Seem strong when you're weak and weak when you're strong. Knowing your opponent and yourself can help you overcome any dread of the outcome of 100 conflicts. Your planning can be as opaque as the night, and your movements will be as forceful as a thunderbolt. Even in the middle of disorder, there can be opportunity. Warriors who have triumphed first go to battle, whereas those who have been vanquished go to battle first and then try to win. To know your opponent, you have to become their enemy. No country has ever benefited from protracted conflict. Treat your soldiers with the same respect as you would your cherished sons, and they will stick with you through the darkest valley. Even the best blade will ultimately rust when submerged in salt water. There are just 5 musical notes, but the combinations of these 5 produce more melodies than can ever be heard. Move quickly like the wind, form closely like the wood, assault like the fire, and remain motionless as the mountain. Possibilities expand as they are taken. When the enemy is at ease, make them labor. When they are full, starve them. When they are settled, make them move. And whoever wants to battle must first calculate the price. If you wait by the river for a long enough period, your opponent's corpses will drift by. Know yourself, and you'll prevail in every conflict. The pinnacle of skill is not to win 100 battles and 100 triumphs. Rather, it is to subdue the opponent without engaging in combat. Create a golden bridge for your opponent to retreat across. Be incredibly subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be incredibly mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. In this way, you can control the course of your opponent's destiny. The key is to confuse the adversary into not understanding our true intentions. What the ancients referred to as a cunning fighter is one who not only prevails but does it with great ease. Get him to wake up, teach him the value of his activity or inactivity, and make him disclose himself so you can identify his weak points. You must have self-confidence. The warfare specialist moved the adversary and is not moved by him because the flesh can continue to exist if the mind is willing. The key to defense is offense. The planning of an attack is defense. Little forces can do enormous things. Think things over carefully before acting. If you act quickly, you will survive. If not, you will perish. This is death. The true test of greatness is not in winning every battle, but in conquering the adversary without ever engaging in combat. If you disregard both your adversary and yourself, you will undoubtedly end up in danger. Shift not until you perceive an advantage. Don't deploy your forces unless there is a chance to win, and don't engage in combat unless the situation is dire. The wheels of justice grind finely yet slowly. It is simple to love your friend, but occasionally, if your enemy's forces are unified, it might be difficult to learn to love them. Trusting a man who has nothing to lose is unwise. Plan for the difficult when it is easy, accomplish the big when it is small, and realize that if he sends troops everywhere, he will be vulnerable everywhere. Go where your adversaries are not. A buddy who has too much information about you is your enemy. Fear arose from courage, order came from disorder, and strength came from weakness. You should avoid hanging out with your friends if they are friends with your enemy. Watch out for sugar that has been laced with poison. Watch out for the fly that perched atop a dead snake. It is incapable of appreciating the advantages of war and is unaware of its perils. Thus, in battle, there are no constant conditions, just as water does not maintain a steady shape. Think of your warriors as your sons, who you adore and who will accompany you into the most remote regions. Treat them as such. Instead of using force, a leader leads by example. The person who can deal with both stronger and weaker pressures will prevail. When it comes to tactical dispositions, the best outcome is to keep them hidden. The slowest path to triumph is strategy without tactics. Tactics without strategy are just noise before loss. Kindly care and custody should be given to the captured soldiers. Any animal with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when it is attacked. One need only eliminate his willingness to participate in combat. Never trust a friend who keeps quiet about your shortcomings.